What's up, nerds? Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block, NGR's Nintendo show. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, that guy, Edward Varnell.
Hello, everybody. I'm still just speechless from Friday.
Oh my gosh, Ed, I'm so this. We were gonna do a show on Friday, but you and I have been so immersed in Zelda that we haven't really had time to stop playing because we just want to keep playing.
Exactly.
And I've put probably 26, 27, 28 hours into this game already.
Wow.
Well, I took the weekend off from work. I was like, I told my wife, I was like, look, this weekend is a big weekend. I requested the weekend off, and I am playing Zelda the whole weekend, and nobody's stopping me. So I went Thursday to stand in line for Zelda in my Switch, and it was so much fun. There's a lot of people talking, a lot of people it was really cool.
Yes.
Because I mean, you know, in our circle of friends and many podcast universe and whatever, a lot of people don't, I don't want to say they don't like Nintendo, but a lot of people are having issues with Nintendo, and for some of the reasons, rightly so, and for others, it feels like a little bit too much bashing. But it was cool to be in one place where so many people have so much love for Nintendo, and so many people are excited for a Nintendo product and a game that we've been waiting for 2.5 years, and everybody's just excited. Everybody's talking about Zelda and oh, well, did you play Twilight Princess? Did you get your Wolf Link amiibo leveled up? Did you did you play the Wind Waker remake? I really hope Virtual Console comes, and I really hope, you know, all these games come to the Switch, because this device is going to be awesome. And man, we all stood in line. They colored Switches in one line and the gray ones in another, and everybody was teasing each other for buying the wrong one, and it was awesome. It was so awesome to see people so excited for this thing. And even people that weren't buying Switches, they were there for Zelda, you know, because it came out on Wii U also, which you're playing it on Wii U. And in a lot of cases, I've heard is actually the definitive way to play this game, because that was the console it was originally made for. But we'll get into that later. But
yeah, actually, I would think Switch is to play.
But this, man, I cannot tell you how happy this device has made me. And I'm trying to come at it from an objective level, which it's very hard to do with a new piece of technology and a new toy to play with. And the Switch is the device I have always wanted. I love handheld gaming, but lately, the Vita, you look at the Vita, and it had a lot of things right with it. It had the 2 sticks. It was a beautiful machine, but you know, after that first year and a half, we didn't get any console quality games on there. It was all the indie stuff and all the your PlayStation classics and stuff like that, which is fine. I like that machine for that specific purpose, but where's my Uncharted? I know we got Golden Abyss, but where's the sequel to that? Where's my God of War, stuff like that? And when you were remote playing on PS4, the PS4 games, it never really felt right. It never really felt it felt laggy. You had to touch the back screen for R2, L2. And then you look at 3DS, which is an awesome device in itself, and the games that are made specifically for 3DS are awesome. But that original one, the screen was too small for me. The new 3DS, that second stick it feels like an afterthought. It feels like it's in the wrong place. You know, this Switch, I have only played about 3 hours on my TV. it's like when Sana goes to bed, I
Yeah, I
plug it
seen
into
pictures of it.
yeah, when Sana goes to bed, I plug it into my TV. I'll play it with the Pro controller. But I have enjoyed this device primarily as a handheld device. It is the way it feels, the screen size, it's the perfect machine for me. And to give me Zelda on this machine is like ah
Well, that's a lot of people that they're loving the portability of the Nintendo Switch because of Zelda, and they're loving the way that to get feels. I think right now everybody's trying to find out, well, what's the best option to charge it. They're trying to find charging options and stuff, and there are some that's out there, and hopefully through time Nintendo will release a car adapter for people to charge it and play. But everybody is enjoying the Switch. You mentioned, people just being very positive in the line and just, debating and stuff. We actually didn't get a line.
Oh, really?
So Friday we have everything set, games, accessories. Well, some of accessories we didn't have, like the Pro controller, we didn't have that yet until like later on that Friday. We had only the gray switches to go, and 10 o'clock opens, and then nobody come in. We didn't have no line or anything, so we sold out, but it took almost 2 hours for the system to sell. And after
really?
those 2 hours, that's when everybody started calling. Well, we don't have no more. So Sunday comes, we have advertising that we're selling some. We have the colors and we have the gray ones. And it gets to 10 o'clock, gets to like 9:45. That's when we start seeing the line. And people are just some dude got so hyped that him and his friend hugged each other because they was able to get a Nintendo Switch. And I think they were the last one to get the last copy of Zelda. So it was really awesome to see people really love and care. And just to let everybody know who's watching it, I'm planning on getting a Nintendo Switch in June. I decided to hold off of it because there's too many games coming out this month and next month. But like I'll have Mario Kart 8, Bomberman. I'll have some of the past games and new games ready to go. So all I need to do is just buy the system. But that's been my experience with the Switch. I really can't wait to get it in my home and take it on the go and get the feel of it. That's what I really can't wait.
Yeah, it's so I'm going to take it out of my dock and just show it on the video. If you're watching the video, like I literally just pulled it out of the dock from my TV and it's right, like the ease that how I'm so surprised at how easy it is to just pull it out of the dock and just keep playing. Like
is there like a 1 second delay? Like because once you take it out,
there's no delay. There's zero delay.
Oh, so you take it out and then it just pops on like quickly, like automatically.
Yeah, and like I just slide it right back in the dock, and it's already like it's on my TV. Like it's
wow.
There's no delay, and if you're playing with like another controller, it'll like if you take it out if you're playing with the Pro controller and you take it out of the dock with the Joy-Cons connected, it's going to prompt you like, do you still want to play with the Pro controller or do you want to play with the Joy-Cons attached? And it'll tell you to press L and R on the controller you want to play with, and then you just keep going from there.
That's cool that they give you the options to do that. That's really nice.
And like say you're playing Zelda and you're fighting a really hard boss, like it'll freeze the game and to ask you. It won't like allow you to get hit or anything. It'll just freeze your progress and ask you, and then it'll take you to the pause screen. So you're not like, oh, well, I better get ready to press A as soon as I hit L and R to reset my controller. So it's really nice. I wrote a short Facebook post today about the Switch, about spending a lot of time with it this weekend, and like I think it's an awesome device to like. It's really simple, it's really sleek, but you know, and I know these updates are coming, so I'm not like harping on this or being negative about anything here, but like
Yeah.
it does feel feature incomplete. You know, your apps aren't there, like your Netflix and Amazon. I don't really care because I like to watch those things on my other consoles while I'm playing my Switch.
Yeah.
Uh, you know,
And it doesn't. And it,
that I'm really worried about specifically when you get like more than like 6 or 7 games on here. Like if you have like 10 or 12 games on here at some point, that sleek, you know, interface that you can probably see on my TV right now with the tiles, like there's no way to organize your games. It's
like
literally they just organize it in like, you know, this is the game you played last, it's going to be here in the first tile, and then it just goes from there. And like it doesn't take if you're playing with like a cartridge based game, it doesn't take that game off the dock or
okay.
off the screen. So like if I take the Zelda cartridge out and put in Bomberman or 1-2 Switch, like the Zelda icon's still going to stay there. It's just going to move the 1-2 Switch or the Bomberman or the Shovel Knight
To the front
logo to the front. So,
well, they'll probably have folders coming soon to make it more easier. I think they were just like we want to just update the system so it's running a little bit better. We want to update this Zelda so it could run better, and all the other stuff, you know, the technical stuff we'll be working on to get it. Because even if you look at Xbox One and PS4, even PS3 and 360 and Wii and Wii U, over time, all those features and stuff slowly started coming in. Heck, it's already 2 years, and PS4 is now just doing the external hard drive, whatever that drops. And it's just like this is a feature that should have been in the front. Where now with at least with Switch, you could do it still out of the box.
Yeah. And that's that's a super nice feature. Like for the most part, I'm going to go physical when I can for Switch. Like I like the fact that's another awesome feature. And I can't believe like we have to say this in 2017, but you put the game in and it just goes, it just works. There's no installation. You know, I had a small day one patch for Zelda, but like you can play, you have the option to play without it. Like it just works. You stick the cart in and it works. Yes. And you just play. And that I think is going to sell the system alone to a lot of people. Is like I understand like a lot of cool games are coming to PS4. Like Horizon is an awesome experience on the PS4. But I had to I got the collector's edition. I had to install it from the disc, which took a half hour. I had to install the day one update, which took 20 minutes. And then, you know, I had to wait for one more update that took another 15 minutes. That's an hour and 20 minutes that I could have been playing the game. Whereas I just popped in Zelda and started playing.
Yeah. And that's the thing about it, that, you know, you can have the biggest games or, you know, a game that everybody's looking forward to, but that installation is going to take forever. And I'm glad that even with Switch, and I can say this even for the Wii U with Zelda, it didn't even take that long to install. It took probably 7 minutes for the patch to install. That was it. And then it took a while to get into the title screen, you know, loading and stuff. But after that, it was just like, bam, you ready to go. Like, and the thing of what I like about Zelda, and we'll soon probably get into that, and this probably happened on the Switch also, that there is no loading throughout that whole game. I'm not getting no pop-up. I'm going through doors with ease. Even when I get a game over and I hit continue, it's back on the screen just like that. Like, and this is a CD game that I'm playing on. And this, I don't know how quicker, it might be a little bit quicker on Switch during the cartridge. And I kind of want to, hopefully I'll be able to talk to anybody who downloaded Zelda for Switch, how long that took.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, like, because I know a lot of people are probably going to go all digital. It's just convenient, especially when you're taking it on the go. And like, honestly, I primarily seeing myself using this as a handheld device, because, you know, we're going to Florida in May. We're going to take some road trips this summer. Like this is a handheld device. I see me sitting on the couch watching movies and playing it on the couch. Like That's just the nature of this device, and it's super convenient. And it's not. It's like everything we liked about the Wii U, like the controller, the off-screen play,
Yes,
all that stuff. Like this does everything the Wii U did, but it's super fleshed out. It's super technical. It's like the proper evolution of what the Wii U wanted to be, but didn't quite get there. And yes, I have already played my Switch twice on the toilet. So yeah. And yeah, the other day I was in the bathroom and I took my Switch in there and I was fighting a boss in a shrine, a mini boss in a shrine, and I couldn't beat it. And I wasn't getting up because I would have to like set it down, and I don't want to set it down in the bathroom. And my wife asked me if I was okay. I was like, yeah, I'm just fighting a boss. And it was really weird, but it was also really satisfying in more ways than one.
Oh wow. Yeah, the ease of the Wii U version, even though it tells you if you want to switch your stuff, I've been playing it mostly on the TV. I haven't switched it to the gamepad, so I don't know how it acts on the gamepad just yet. Because this game is Zelda's just too beautiful to look at. But staying on Switch before we get into the Zelda impressions and our stories on what we've been doing, I'm very satisfied, and hopefully people continue to stay positive and support the indie games that come out, the AAA games, the Nintendo games. Like, I want to see people really support this system. And even if you think it's a secondary system and you think that third parties going to lose interest, which may happen, we never know. You gotta admit to Nintendo that it feels different. And this is, I don't feel like it's playing catch up. I feel like it's changing. It's once again changing how video games could be taken on the go, played at the house. That it feels like mobile game is just cheap, quick eats to go. Where Switch feels like a good buffet that just never ends.
Yeah,
there's just new items that's going to be added on that you could just eat up.
It's I mean, I don't even I like how the Switch just is like okay, let me start over. My brother-in-law wants a Switch. I sold him on the idea of the Switch. They have two kids. He likes to play games, but they can't have the Xbox in the living room because the kids are too small and they'll get into stuff, and all their stuff's high off the floor because their kids are like 2 and 3 at this point. Yes. And they get in everything, and he has to wait until the kids go to bed, and and he can't wait for them to go to bed. He has to wait till they fall asleep because one of the kids likes to get up and try to watch him play video games. And like he plays a lot of Gears of War and Call of Duty, and you don't want a 3-year-old watching that.
Yes.
And he's gotten up a couple times and seen that, and so he has to wait. So like now, by the time the kids go to bed, like he's too tired to start anything, because it's like you put the kids in bed at 9, it takes them like an hour and 15 minutes to stop complaining, stop crying, whatever. And at that point, he's like, I just want to go to bed because I have to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to work. And like, I took the Switch over. We played 1-2 Switch. There's videos on Facebook. I'm sure you can find me eating a sandwich. But he's like, whoa, this device is really cool. You can unplug it from the TV and just play it. I'm like, yeah, you just lift it out of the dock and you just play it. And I let him mess around with Zelda for a little bit. We played 1-2 Switch. We played Fast RMX. And he's like, I need one of these because I want to play games but I can't. I can never find the time to play games because the Xbox is upstairs. That's what they use for their Blu-ray player and their Netflix device upstairs in the bedroom and stuff. So
yeah,
the device pretty much sold itself because I let someone hold it and play with it and do the undocking and do the whole take the Joy-Cons off, slide them into the grip. And, you know, the device itself sold itself. And like my cousins who haven't, they're kind of big gamers, but they haven't been into Nintendo since like N64, like ever. Like, you know, they liked Mario 64 and whatever, but like,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, you got a Switch? I was like, yeah. They're like, I want one of those. I'm like, why? They're like, because I can take it with me. I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. And it's just, it's crazy. Like all these people at work are talking about Switch. I feel like Nintendo really sold, like it's very feature incomplete. And if you like honestly, there's not a reason to get one at launch because Zelda's on Wii U. If you already own a Wii U, there's really not a reason to own a Switch. But the convenience and how awesome the device is like, it makes people want one, feel like they need one.
Yes.
And that's something Nintendo has not sold to us in a very long time.
Well, I think it has been sold on to us. It's just that a lot of people haven't caught on. And don't forget with Nintendo systems is that people don't care at that point in time for a system. But later down on the line, there's a moment of regret that they should have played that game. You never hear that actually with like Sony and Microsoft. You never hear that. Yeah, you got that system at that time, but you never hear that, man, I really wish that I played that game on that system.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like still today, there's people who wish that they played Zombie U on Wii U.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's a big deal, and a lot of people feel about that way. And I'm glad we're at least with Nintendo Switch that it's more accessible for anybody and everybody to play. It's easy to pick up, and regardless of you think that it's just a Nintendo system, so it's only for Nintendo fans. No, because the thing about it is, if you have more pictures of you and your kids and your discussions is more talking about Nintendo than it is than you ever had about Microsoft or Sony or even AAA games, that says something that Nintendo still, not saying Nintendo still resides in you, but it shows the importance that how Nintendo matters to you as a gamer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like, you know, this is kind of this device, once it has Virtual Console, once you see these awesome indies coming, like there's so many awesome indies coming.
Yes.
You know, Ukulele's coming, SteamWorld Dig 2, you know, it's just like, once you see all these indies coming and, you know, once you get this like proper cool innovations from third party as well as Nintendo,
Mm-hmm.
and this device, I feel like Nintendo finally has a device that does what they've been trying to do since they've tried to hook the Super Game Boy into the Super Nintendo.
Yes.
It is a console that you can plug into your TV, play all your favorite games, and then you can take it with you. You can play with friends wirelessly connected. You can, you know, do all these cool things. You can play your old games. You can play your new games. You can play your indies. You can play your sports games. Like this device. Like I've been trying really hard not to sound like a Super Nintendo fanboy.
Oh, I will. I have no problem about that.
And like it's super hard for me not to look at any of this like that. But when you look at what this device is going to be in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 18 months down the road, and the awesome games we're getting from Nintendo, first of all, you know, Mario Kart, Splatoon 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, Xenoblade, Mario Odyssey, a proper Fire Emblem next year. And then you mix in all the cool things like Puyo Puyo Tetris, Has-Been Heroes, Bomberman. And even I'm going to throw out 1-2 Switch, because as dumb as that game looks in those commercials, and, You know, I've said it before too. That game is super dumb when you look at it on TV. But when you get a group of people together and you all just look dumb together and you're having a blast playing something this ridiculous, this device is the evolution of the Wii and nobody knows it yet. Like it has that crowd grabbing factor. It has that, oh, casual gamers can enjoy this device too, as well as your hardcore gamers. Like somebody's going to buy this device and never buy Zelda, but they're going to buy Tetris and they're going to buy 1-2 Switch and they're going to buy Mario Kart, and that's going to be the device for them. And that's awesome.
And it does what it's supposed to do, and that's fun. And it provides the fun. And I'm saying that, and I don't want to say that Sony and Microsoft are not doing it with those games, but you know, you don't. The last time that I have been excited for a game, like I do the Breath of the Wild, the last time I did that was The Last Guardian. Feeling like that this game is breathtaking, feeling speechless, saying this game is fun. The last time I felt that literally was Last Guardian. Any other game that I enjoyed to be like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and like I was as excited as I was for Zelda. Like I played Horizon before Zelda. Like, you know, in that game in itself is an amazing experience. It is awesome. Like the photorealism, the way the game responds while you're playing it. It's probably one of the best controlling games I've ever played. You know, and there's so much stuff you can do in that. There's so many things you can do in that game. And that game is great into its own right.
Yes.
But then I played Zelda, which is, I think we're just going to transition right into Zelda. Then I played Breath of the Wild. And, you know, it may not be on the same photorealistic level that Horizon is, but the art direction in Zelda is, I feel like it's a mixture of Wind Waker and Skyward Sword. And they just kind of fused them together somehow and gave us this beautiful open world, this beautiful looking masterpiece of a game. And like, I don't use that word often, masterpiece, when I'm playing a game. The last masterpiece game, I think, you know, I think Mario 3D World is super close to a masterpiece. But Mario 64, I think, is the last masterpiece of a game that I've played. In terms of, this game controls awesome. This game looks awesome, time and place permitting. You know, and don't get me wrong, Mario 64 is still a blast to play today. I played it the other day on my Wii U Virtual Console. The game's still so much fun. You know, on a technical level, what this game does in terms of technicality, and you literally wake up and walk out that cave and you can go anywhere you want and nobody's going to tell you how to play this game.
Can I tell you that because you it feels like only Nintendo could do this art style. I think that no other company could do it. Maybe some indies might try, but there's nothing that Nintendo did with this art style to make you look at it and be like, how in the world did you do this?
Yeah, and like there's some games that have attempted it, you know, like Rhyme is coming up and that looks like it's a similar art style. You know, Journey did a similar thing, but these games are not doing the things that Zelda do on a technical level. You walk out, dude. It's not, the grass is not just a green texture with, you know, patches of animated grass. The whole field is grass, and you can cut down all the grass. You can burn all the grass.
Oh, burning it is amazing. It's like you see it burn, like it'll catch on fire and you just see the fire moving and everywhere. And then when it dies out, you just see that all burnt patch of darkness that fired. So the effects of it, of the weather, like the red stuff, the fog looks even amazing. Like hearing the wind, it's just I just feel like input all of this into this game.
Yeah, and like on a like it, I don't even know how this game is running on a Wii U. Like the things that it's doing, you look at things out in the distance and like you can see the volcano erupting probably like
Yes,
5 miles away. You can see this volcano erupting, and like it's erupting in real time, and the game is just working around it. Like you could cut down the trees and like you watch the tree roll down a hill and crush some bokoblins, or like you cut down the platform that they're standing on to knock them down, or you shoot a fire arrow and it just burns everything. It's this
the animals in there act like real animals. Like if you get close, they see you, they're running off.
Or if they see you, I saw a bull and it charged me. Like it charged at me. I had to dodge out of the way. And then I shot a bomb arrow at it and got 2 pieces of prime meat. But that's
I got to say, and I made this on Facebook. I put this as my status. I was just like, the horse rider in this game controls better than everything that's in Grand Theft Auto 5, from the guns to the cars to the characters. A horse in an animated game beats everything that's in Grand Theft Auto.
You know what the funny thing is? I haven't even ridden a horse yet.
Oh, you need to.
I've found horses. I found wild horses, and I got I got a horse from an amiibo, but I was like, no, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna climb. And like that's the thing. Like with this game, this map is so big. And I wrote in my Facebook post today, you know, I am not a huge fan of open world games. They are too daunting. I do not have the time to play open world games. I am scared to start open world games because I know I'm not going to finish it. I just know I'm not going to finish it because there's too much to do and there's too much focus on exploration and not enough, like, you know, for me, I personally like semi-linear games or linear games. It just helps me progress. But, you know, Breath of the Wild, every moment you're exploring, the moment to moment doesn't feel boring. It doesn't feel like a waste of time. You're walking from place to place. You get up in those towers and you find the shrines. You mark the shrine. You walk to that shrine. But on your way, you're going to fight some bokoblins. You're going to find, you know, there's some story stuff that you find throughout the game. I don't want to spoil it because, you know, some people haven't played it yet. But you find these lost relics of the world that was, and you take pictures of it. You solve little puzzles. Like when I got to Kakariko Village, there's these 5 little statues and 4 of them have apples in it. Well, I dropped an apple in one and it solved a puzzle and gave me a thing.
Wow, that's cool.
And like I was like, oh, that's really cool. It wasn't a hard puzzle. It doesn't even look like a puzzle. It just looks like 5 statues sitting there. And I'm like, wow. I just found something in the world and it did and it gave me something.
It taking over the huts and stuff. Like you'll see skulls with 2 eyes and they have lamps in the eyes that's burning. Well, sometimes if you have your bow and arrow and you hit it and it drops, if it lands on a explosive barrel, it'll blow everything that's in there.
Yeah.
And if it kills everything, you find out they have a treasure in there. Like the goblins got the Gopoclins, I think that's the name. They have their own treasure chest that she could go in and get a sword, a shield, a bow, some rubies, whatever treasure that they have. And it doesn't tell you that. When I finally got my bombs and stuff, and just going out through the world, and I see some big areas that have cracked rocks. I go and destroy those rocks. There's a treasure chest there. Didn't know that at the time, at the tip of time, right at the beginning, if you look at where the sea is at, there's a little bit lake. there is some rocks that you could blow up and get a treasure chest. And I didn't even realize that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. I'm like, is this the stuff that I'm going to find? And I just happened to run into a kokoro. Bam, I got a seed. What is this? Like, your accidents are not really accidents.
Yeah, they want you to find those things.
Yes.
And the one thing is like, okay, so behind there's the ocean behind the first or the second town you go to with the little girl that's really like an old lady, but she's really a little girl. And
I read her diary.
I did too. She got real mad at me. But like back behind it, way far in the distance, is a shrine.
Yes.
I have no idea how to get there, except for like somehow I feel like I'm gonna have to upgrade my stamina all the way and swim there. But
no, I did the ice.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yes. And then on top of that shrine is the other shrine. And let me tell you, that top shrine is the mid boss of the difficulty of the mini guardian.
Oh, really?
At the bottom of that shrine that you're looking at, that you want to go to, is the hardest. It's the hard one. So that shrine has the hardest boss, and it has 3 of the weapons.
Oh my gosh, man! Like, yeah, because I found on the very, very, very west side of the map, there's a shrine with a major test of strength, is what the battles shrines are called. They're called tests of strength, and one was like a major test of strength where it was the mini guardian with a shield, sword, and a big swinging weapon. And I didn't beat it, but I marked it. I marked it with a sword to know that I have to go back there. And that's another thing about the map. You can, anything you find interesting, but you know you need to come back to, you just drop a stamp on it. You just drop a stamp on it. Or like if you find a cooking thing, I have probably like 20 pots, like cooking pots marked around my map just to know where my cooking spots are. And they're usually at stables or, you know, in towns or whatever. But there's some just sitting randomly at a bokoblin camp. You can cook at a bokoblin camp. Or like I found one way up in the snowy mountains because like last night I finally unlocked the whole map. That was the first thing I wanted to do, was walk. I wanted to walk around and try to unlock the whole map, and I finally did it. And it was the most amazing feeling because like when you unlock the whole map, there's like a message that comes up and says, congratulations, the whole map of Hyrule has been unlocked. And it's just like, this map is humongous.
Yes.
But the thing that this game does so well is like, yeah, you're comparing it to Skyrim, you're comparing it to The Witcher, but this map is so dense and it has so many things to do within the map that you never feel like, oh, I'm just wasting my time walking to point A to point B.
Right. The thing about walking from point A to point B, you find C, D, F, A, from point A to point B. I'm sorry, I messed up. You start finding midpoints.
I know. A.1.
So it's just like
A.2.
Yeah,
mark this with a stamp.
Be like, oh, I hear a sensor. A shrine is somewhere. Wasn't even planning on going to it. Oh, I found the shrine. And there's even hidden shrines. So you'll hear it, but you can't see it, and you'll be like, what the world is going on? And so I happened to I just did the shrine, and I won't spoil on how to get it. But I seen this reflection in the water. It was just like, okay, I know I can't swim underneath to the ground, but it's somewhere close. So I explored the area and was just like, oh, went into the shrine and got what I needed and did it. And what I love about the shrines is that this is the shrines, they replace heart containers.
Right.
So
Right.
the spirit. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead,
Oh,
Corey.
no, you go ahead and explain it.
Oh, so um, when you go to a shrine and you bid it, you get a spirit orb. And every 4 spirit orbs you get, you're able to upgrade your stamina, which is your green bar for you to climb, run, swim, do those activities. Or you could get a heart container that extends your life. So there's 100 shrines in this game. So you'll
I
have
think
to.
there's more than that.
There is? I thought it was 100.
There's enough shrines for you to get 20 hearts, and there's enough shrines for you to increase your stamina meter at least one full time around. So I think there's like 120 shrines.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even know that. So yeah, so you'll need those, and it's every 4 times. What you'll do is you'll go to a statue where it is at the Temple of Time or Kuroko Village or wherever you can find it. So if you do find it, you want to mark it on your map. You could go to there and pray, and you make the choice on if you want the heart container or the stamina bar. Yeah. And for me, I'm doing every 3 hearts, and then I'm doing my stamina.
Yeah, it's man, I'm just like I can't stop thinking about this game, and that is why we delayed this episode so long, was because we're all like super obsessed with this game. And I don't even know how to tell you how, like, all I want to do is play Zelda. And I haven't felt like this. I have not felt like this about a game in a long. I cannot emphasize how long I felt like, yeah, there's games I've been excited about, but it's not like I need to spend every second of the day playing this game. Like, it's right. Like, yeah, I'll play, like, I'll give you an example. When Wind Waker came out for Wii U, the HD version, I was like, I like that game. I played it. This is how I usually tackle a Zelda game. I'm like, okay, today I'm going to play for maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever, and I'm going to do all of the fetch quests before I get into this dungeon. And then the next day, I'm going to play until I beat the dungeon, and then I'm going to put it down. Like, that's just how I've always done a Zelda game. Now it's like right now I'm 26, 27 hours in. I'm finally doing the first like major, I guess it would be a dungeon. Like, I don't want to spoil anything because like they're not really dungeons, but it has something to do with the story. And now I'm fighting the boss, and I'm 27 hours in, and I'm just getting to my first like major dungeon. That's how big this game is. And I'm still hungry for more. Like, I want to play more. I'm like, oh man, maybe after I beat this dungeon, I'm going to explore this region for shrines. That's it's awesome because like I'll play the dungeon on the TV, and I'll just, when my wife gets home from work, like I'll start cooking dinner or whatever, and I'll just pull it out of the dock and sit on the couch and explore.
Right. And the thing, what I love about this is that you progress whenever you want to progress. You get strong whenever you want to get strong. If you want to get your revenge after dying 5 times because you believe that you could do it, you can do that. It don't pull you far away. It actually puts you at where you died at and where the fight is going to start at. Mm-hmm. And it's good to have that feeling. Like when they, to me, at one point, even before I was doing shrines, my thing was like, I need to find Kokoros. And Kokoros, are the little plant things.
They're the little leaf people from Wind Waker.
Wind Waker. They give you seeds, and the seeds now they expand your inventory, your weapon inventory, your bow and arrow, your bow inventory, and your shield inventory. So the 4 inventories that you got, it expands whenever you turn it in. And I find stuff, I see the little pinwheel, or I hear them and I just go there and bam, there they are. And sometimes they'll challenge you, or sometimes they'll be like, "You found me, yay!" and celebrate. There is a character named Hestu, Hestu. He's like the grandfather of the Kokoros.
I haven't even found him yet.
You should have found him.
Are you talking about the old traveler guy?
The one that you give the maracas back to, and he dances.
I haven't given him maracas at all. I have the maracas, but I have not given them to him.
So you have to, right where you got the maracas at, you would come out and then go down that little hill, and he's on the left. He looks like a tree.
Okay, because like, I mean, I probably have like 15 side quests that I just have completely ignored because I've just been walking around.
So, yeah,
I'm gonna, after the where I'm at and I explore for shrines and stuff, I'm gonna start doing some of those side quests.
I want a amiibo and I want a plushie Hestu, because I laughed and I felt like a kid. And the music for him is great because they give that kind of dancing vibe, that real good feel. And you'll see him shake and dancing and different point views, and he'd be like, "Ah." And the way that he looks and he dances just makes me happy as a kid. I cracked up and laughed and was just like, what is this craziness? And that's what Breath of the Wild does to you. It makes you feel like an adventure and all the exploring, but it really makes you feel like a kid, and just the enjoyment. Like, it doesn't make you really cry or makes you sad. It makes you feel very happy and very accomplished that you found something on your own. Now, I know people are upset because of spoilers that are being said, but you don't know when you're going to get to that part of the spoiler.
Yeah.
You don't know how someone else is playing that adventure. So when you hear other people talk about it, you be like, "Oh, where did you find it?" So that you at least could get in your mind, be like, "Okay, I may run into this." Oh, no one hasn't run into that, or you haven't seen that? Okay, bam. I know. I got to one of the same story major points, and it took me 45 minutes to think about it. And I didn't look it up or anything. I solved it on my own. And I'm kind of at the part where Corey is at, but I'm still getting shrines. I'm still looking for hearts, Kokoros. I'm still meeting travelers around the world and getting side quests. Hopefully I could get something that prevents the snow, so I can stop losing energy in the ice fields and stuff.
Yeah, well, like, I found, like, to that point of your frozen thing, I found a recipe that gives you 2 like frozen. It takes your coldness level down 2, and then I found a quote warm tunic which takes down 1, so I can walk in the coldest places for probably like 4 or 5 minutes without like getting any damage taken from me.
Okay. Did you just, and this is my last little detail, because we'll be going soon because I have to go get my sister from work. There is a point where you get into this tropical area, but it's raining with thunderstorms. Yeah. If you have a metal weapon, or anything, did you pause the game and see that every metal weapon has something shining on it to indicate that do not use this weapon? If you don't have a weapon, you better run or use a bomb or find a wooden stick and put that, but don't put it on fire because the rain will kill it. So you can't really do anything. You could probably shoot electric arrows if you got it. I don't know how that works just yet, because I'm still trying to get some. Okay. Sorry everybody, someone was talking to me. There's so much detail to let you know that Look, before you go here, be prepared. If you're not prepared, you're going to die and you're going to be upset. And you'll eat food quickly and run out of energy. But I love the fact that when you get a game over, all that food that you ate comes back.
Because it saves it. It gives you a save point right before, like, if you're going into a battle, it gives you a save point far enough away that you're not going to get attacked. But also, like, it gives you all the food that you ate. It gives it back to you, and the weapons that were destroyed, it gives it back to you. So you're like, so what I do is like, okay, I'm gonna either try again and have a more strategic way of tackling the situation, or I'm going to mark it on my map with a sword, come back when I'm ready, and then try again later.
Yes.
Which I have 2 spots on my map that are really bugging me that have swords that I'm like, yeah, I got to go back there later eventually. So
there's a shrine that's covered in nails or sticks and stuff that I can't get into just yet. But I'm like, I'm going to find something and I'm going to come back and I'm going to get in here.
You know what you can do? You can burn the sticks.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you can burn, like, because I think I know which one you're talking about, and it's like in this middle of like all these cliffs, right? Like all these mountains, and like I was like, okay, I'm gonna climb up one of these ledges and glide into it. I missed, but I pulled out my torch, and I pulled out my fire rod that I got at the beginning of the game that I never used, and I swung it at it, and it was like, and it burned all the sticks, and I just walked right in.
Wow. One of them I did do that. No, I didn't burn the sticks, but I got on the cliff high enough and I jumped, paraglided into it and jumped down, landed on the tile, went in and beat the puzzle to the shrine, came out and the sticks were gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was the first one. The other one that's covered with the sticks is like in a marsh.
Yeah, the marsh is the one that I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I was running to there and I got for somehow one of the Zoras pulled me to the side, and that's how that mission went. I'm like, and that was unexpected, and I'm like,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. I can't give enough praise to this game. This game is like, everybody always says Nintendo's the best game developer in the world. And, you know, a lot of people say their past couple systems, they've been kind of losing that edge of like, oh, what is Nintendo still on top of their game with studios like Naughty Dog and Gorilla and you know, some of these other studios that create great experiences. And then Nintendo gives us a game like this, and they're like, nah, we're still number one. Look at this game. Just look at this game.
It's look at the ratings. I'm like, it's 98 on Metacritic out of 100. Like, it's got 10s, it got 9.4, it's 9.8. You know, Masterpiece, it's got 40/40 in Famitsu in Japan. Like, the reviews for this game are just like, to me, it would be a shock that Breath of the Wild don't get Game of the Year for 2017. Like, it would just shock me.
I will be stunned if this game does not win Game of the Year. And like, I know there's a bunch of games that are coming out, and I know Horizon's a great game. You know, Mario still has to come out, but I don't think Mario, even if it's the best Mario game we've ever played, I do not think it's going to win Game of the Year over Zelda. I can't see anything coming out that will be better than Zelda in terms of pure, just giving you the total package of what a game is supposed to be. And that's what Zelda is. It's the total package. It's fun. It's got a cool story. The characters are awesome. The world is dynamic and beautiful, and everything you can do within it. It's just, I mean, it's just
it meets and surpasses your expectations. So this is a game that you can be like, well, it's just a Zelda game. Not that. It's way more than just a Zelda game. And even if you want to make the comparisons of Skyrim and Witcher 3 and all these other open world games, I know I'm doing something. Sorry about that, everybody. Um, it surpasses all of that, and
Yeah.
it makes you feel like goodness. Could Grand Theft Auto 6 be something like this? Would Red Dead Revolver be something like this? And I know they have that own open world, experience, but it's gonna be like, what happens when you finish Zelda? Can I still go back to this game and still find stuff that I miss? And I think in Breath of the Wild, you can. And for a lot of people, they will.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see, like you said, how many people look at this game, play it, and copy it. Like not in terms of like copy the game and we're just going to put new characters in it, but like, oh, this is how you design an open world. These are how you design elements and puzzles within an open world. This is how you make a decent boss battle. This is how you do things in an open world. And like, there's games that have done it good over the past few years. I'd say the closest game to what I feel like did a great open world would be The Witcher,
Mhm.
but the combat sucks. Like you look at, what Skyrim did for open worlds on 360 and you're like, the combat's good, but the story sucks and it's glitchy as crap. And then you get
Yeah.
something like Grand Theft Auto, which like it plays good. The open world is vast and there's a lot going on in the world and there's a lot of things that you can do, but it plays like garbage.
And you
And
really can't execute it. Like,
and you
guess what?
can't go in any of the buildings. You can't
Exactly.
yeah,
Like,
technically you can go to that mountain, but what are you going to do when you get up there?
right. At least with Breath of the Wild, it's just like, okay, I could climb this mountain, but I'm finding resources that's like super needed, like super hidden or that's new. I'm finding outfits, I'm finding rubies, like I'm finding treasure, I'm finding even animals that I haven't even met yet that I could kill and get their meat. Like
Yeah.
there's something like whatever you do and you go in Zelda matters. It plays a big part in the game. So
Yeah. But yeah, Zelda is we're going to be talking about this game next week, the week after, probably 2 or 3 months from now. Like this is a game that like I don't really say this a lot, but like this is a game people must play. Like it is a must play game regardless of your gaming taste, just to see what Nintendo is capable of in building a game. Like I don't care if all you do is play Tetris or all you do is play match 3 games on your phone or all you're into is Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto and Madden. Like take some time, find a friend that has a Wii U or a Switch and just play an hour or two and just appreciate what this game is.
right.
So, Ed, I know you have to go. So do we want to wrap this up and then we'll continue this discussion on Thursday?
We'll continue the discussion on Thursday because I think we'll have more to say on what we've done because we just we haven't touched the surface of the game, and I
We
think
haven't talked story. We haven't talked outfits, characters, weapons, stuff like
yes,
that. Like that's the stuff I want to get into. Like kind
dude.
of almost kind of spoilery type stuff on Thursday.
Yeah. Well, a little bit spoilery. I just fought somebody from the Yagi clan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I
So
didn't even I yeah, wow. Wow. But yeah, so we're gonna wrap up this episode. We remember Pow Block is coming back twice a week now. Ed and I are gonna record on Thursdays. It'll release on Tuesday and Friday. So Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at ThatRetroCode, and you can find my podcast, Optional Opinion, at SoundCloud.com. And you can find World 101 Podcast at ShoutEngine.com. I do other stuff, but I'm going to keep it short. Yeah. Oh, and you can also find me on NGR Radio on Facebook too.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter at Corey Hudson in HD. You can find me on Instagram at Corey in HD. You can find me in the NGR Radio Facebook group, facebook.com/group/NGR Radio Podcast. We have a group for Pow Block too. I don't know the URL right now, but it will be somewhere. You'll probably see it if you're watching the video up around us somewhere. You can find all of our content on ngrradio.com, including a review of the Switch coming out from me probably Wednesday or Thursday, and impressions of Zelda coming from both me and Ed at some point in the next week or so. So, thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, I almost said next week. Next time, we love you.
Everybody explore, and we're switching out.